Welcome back to the Black Casuals Show. We back in the podcast show again. I'm your host, Harlem Will. Got my man Jiggy Jarrett over here.
Yes, sir.
Light-skinned assassin.
The light-skinned
savage.
assassin. He is no longer Mr. Chance. He is a light-skinned assassin. We are Black Casuals back in effect. Welcome to our show again. We waiting for Lemon Pepper Stepper again. He caught in another club. We ain't gonna say which one it is, but he on his way over here. And yo, fellas, like, you was real passionate about something throughout the week. I wanted to ask how everybody was feeling, but we already know how you feel.
Man, listen.
You want to just jump right into it?
Let's just jump right into it. All right. So I had posted a couple things on Facebook. For those who follow me on Facebook, y'all know I like to post stuff. So one of the topics I posted, it is very, yeah. Woo, if you follow me, good luck. So I posted one of the subjects of splitting the bill. And people had their own feelings about it. And I didn't realize it was such a hot topic.
Naturally.
So, everybody told their take on it. And you had a lot of people saying that they don't mind splitting the bill. I said, that's fine.
A lot of people as in women don't mind splitting the bill?
Mostly women commented. You know what? Sometimes, for some reason, it always comes down to men versus women, don't it? Because it's like,
Actually, since the day of time, the dawn of time.
Because now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, it was the woman that said that. Huh.
What, that they were okay or against it?
That the split the bill's okay. They're good with it. They want to split the bill.
That's interesting.
Isn't it interesting? Okay, so
you're telling me the guys were the ones who were saying, nah,
you had a guy or two that said like, I guess splitting the bill, but I'll get my take on it. You know what I mean? Forget what everybody else said. My take on it is, it should be discussed before you get there, first of all. Because at the end of the day, because you don't want at the end of the dinner and then the tab come and you say,
then you
can I get separate? Like, because you're not like, you don't want that, right? So you talk about it beforehand. But my take on it is like, if everybody's getting something similar, it works. If we getting, we all got 2 drinks, we split the bill, that's fair. Mm-hmm. But if I ordered the salad with the diet water, and and you ordered whatever you call it, and you ordered the king crab legs with the lobster, whole lobster.
You sure you're not getting the crab legs though?
Not all right. Bad example. the giant lobster with the big burger and the fries and the whole half the menu, and your bill by itself is about $400, and my bill is about $30. You mean to tell me that we should split the bill?
Evenly.
Yeah.
We should split
like
the
200,
bill.
200.
Wait, now is it a date or?
No, this is a group of people.
This is a group of people.
And a date is a little different. In a group of people we talking about. A group of like 5 to 10.
It's like unspoken rules to like between the date.
You're supposed to, and a date is a little different. You discuss it with your date, and, or the guy's supposed to pay. We'll get into that later. But for the most part, when you're a big group, everybody thinks like, order whatever, and we all split the bill. But see, that's not always conducive to everybody.
Well, it depends on if you have somebody out. Like if you go out as a group, I mean, everybody should already be ready to look out for each other when we go out there. Nobody want to get stuck with a bill. But if you like you said, if you over here ordering all this type of expensive food and you don't have enough money to contribute that kind of bill, you should know. You should know
what your pockets look like.
Right, know your budget.
But a lot of people, but see, that's the thing. A lot of people know their budget, which is why they order the small part of the menu. Maybe I got the water and the salad because I ain't got money like that, but I want to show face. So I ordered something that's going to be
So who's this member trying to munch off of all the entire
That's
group?
How I look at it. The way I see it is the one that's going so hard for splitting the bill is the one that says, like, you want me to help you pay your bill. Was it just say that?
Was it a woman?
Most of the time it's a woman, bro.
It was a woman.
Most of the time it's a woman.
That's
like, and I feel like I always got to say, like, women, I love you guys. I do. I really do. But somebody has to talk to you guys because y'all don't, the way y'all thinking is crazy. Yo, like.
That's interesting because
they're irrational.
Sometimes they can be.
They're really irrational sometimes.
Wow, that's.
No offense to the women, but like some of y'all, the rules that y'all be trying to place on men is really ridiculous.
Like,
But so did she have the attitude that, because I'm a woman,
You know, I'm not gonna.
The guy should help me out with this bill.
I don't want to put it on just one woman, like, because some guys put their intake in it too. Some guys was like, I don't mind paying whatever the case is. Even with so far as now, I'm gonna put it on woman. Even with so far as one woman saying like, oh, if I go out with my friends and my man is there, my man's covering the whole tab.
I mean, if she's able to say that and her man doesn't have a problem with it,
he's okay with it.
He's okay with it.
That's fair. I want to go out with y'all guys.
What the hell, man?
And best believe I'm ordering the giant lobster.
What the hell,
right?
Break or something with all this money?
Yeah.
Because that was a situation. Because it sounded as if it was you guys were on a date and. I've heard this scenario before where a woman, she went out on a date with a guy, but probably didn't tell the guy. Her friend was coming with her out of the blue, and you're gonna cover our bill with my friend. And
absolutely out of line.
Why would I cover the bill for your friend?
But is the friend fucking him too?
Of course you're gonna want to look for that. It's like, wait a minute, what am I paying for?
I think that's the only way it's conducive to that situation. Like, we're all going home together. Because if that's the case, yeah, give me the tab.
But this was a group situation where everybody was in a group and she was with her man and her man had no problem covering the large
it didn't actually happen. She's saying she knows her man would cover the tab. So I mean,
she was just saying, my man would cover the thing even though
yeah. Like it's not, and then I had a couple of people said,
but she's making assumptions though.
No.
But he didn't do it.
No, but
was he there? Was he there to cover it?
This is hypothetical. She didn't. She wasn't. She didn't actually go on a place where he paid, but she's saying she know he would, and I believe her. But it's like there's a couple of women who said that their man would do that, and that he's a boss for doing that, or he's a this is what considers like this is the definition of man. Because if he could go out and pay for you and all his friends, then that's impresses you.
Yeah,
I think that's one of the issues. Why is that impressive to you?
Why is money always the like root of women? Not saying they don't want stability and stuff like that, but like, why is it always a situation where, he got money, then I want to deal with him?
I'm trying not to focus on your glasses right now. I just keep looking at my.
I ain't gonna lie. That's what I'm really looking at right now.
It's like this is throwing me off right now.
You know what I'm saying? The sun is bright.
Go ahead. Try that again.
Man, do your thing.
But yeah, like it's always like the women be like, he got money, he do this, he do that. I mean, because women simping. Let's say it like that.
Women mostly look for a provider. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And that's fair because that's how we've all known for all this time. Like, men provide. But there's a problem is the word provide has gone down to paying for your nails or your hair or paying for your bills. That's not what I consider providing.
For everything.
Yeah. That's not providing.
That's what they consider that providing. Well, again, yeah, and I think it's gotten pretty convoluted because now they consider it, you're supposed to take care of every one of my bills, including the nails and hair. And it's like, yeah, look, I don't want you to look dusty out here, but if that's the first thing you looking for was, can he pay my bills? Can he pay my rent? Can he pay? It's like, no, I'm going to pay our mortgage. I'm going to pay our bills. Like that's what you got to get to first.
Right.
Like, I can't just pay your rent and pay for mine.
And you know what the problem is with that? When that's when you look for in a man, how he could pay for all these things. That's how you get in relationships where you're not even looking for the personality. Like now he's beating on you, but he's paying your bills. Is that okay?
I mean, but
you know what I mean? But
some women, we know some women, particularly you, like I'm still trying to figure out, fascinated, like how you meet these women who have these ideologies, but they go looking for that. If he doesn't provide X, Y, and Z, well, he's not a man in my eyes. And I'm like, well, your definition of man is being able to pay all of my bills. And it's like, okay, so that's when we get to the next question. What do you bring to the table?
I'm about to ask that, like, what do you bring in that's equivalent to this man paying all your bills? But also,
women hate that question.
But the thing is, like, it's a real shit though, and also it's like, all right, if the women, how can I put this? If you are paying all your bills and everything, right? Mm-hmm. What happens if y'all break up? How you gonna pay? How you gonna pay your shit? You're gonna be on your own at that point.
Oh man,
think about that.
That reminds me of the story. This podcast I was listening to. This chick, I'm not gonna mention her name, but she was on there, and apparently she was part of the Sugar Babies crew.
Oh.
I don't know if you ever heard of them, but there's actually a website for sugar babies.
I know.
And
I've looked.
And they were, like, she said, like, okay, so she was on there and she said that, the guy, like, after we broke up, he was still paying for my rent. He was paying for everything because he knows I wouldn't settle for less, and he wanted to make sure I was okay. And I'm just thinking to myself, what type of man
Who
does
creates
that?
these standards, man? Like,
It's a lot of people. Listen, I had a conversation with my cousin about that.
Simps. But go ahead. Yeah, I would say just simps who got the
Keyword
bread.
of the day is simp.
One of my cousins told me, like, she, her whatever boyfriend, I don't know what it was to her.
Guy she's dealing with.
Yeah, the guy she was dealing with, they broke up, but he was still paying bills and everything. Like, I'm like,
listen, I'm sorry.
and she was like, yo, they're out here. I
bet they are.
Yeah.
Listen, once the relationship ends, all relations, physical, emotional, all that, nothing. I do nothing for you now.
I mean, that's usually where the relationship.
That's how. That's why it's called breakup. We broke up everything.
Right. It's
So
like, you're not my child.
Yeah,
I'm not
right.
I'm not supposed to take care of you as if you're in a different.
And I think that's what.
Unless you're my baby mama.
And I think sometimes that's where it gets.
Mamas, though.
And I think that's where it gets confusing sometimes, because now it's like, do you want a provider or a father? Like, like.
And some people get it twisted. And this is where I go, look, not to, jump all over women. There's some immature women who set a bad standard out there.
Yeah, it's not
for a lot of other women where they get it all misconstrued, where they go, oh, the male's supposed to be the provider. It's like, he's supposed to be the provider for his wife, for his family.
Yes.
It doesn't mean he comes into the relationship automatically providing for you, because again, I just met you.
Yeah.
I just met you off of your looks. I still have to get to know you, who you are, make sure you're not a crazy person. Yes, I have to do a background check on you too.
Right.
And make sure you're not gonna blow up my car up or burn my house down Left Eye style.
Right. And then to even get you piggyback more on what you said, it's not all women. It's definitely not.
Yeah.
Remember, when we on Facebook, we were commenting, and you had a couple of girls, like one in particular, who just was like, not like, who understood, like fully understood. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's always the same, So they.
But some
now how good do these women look though? Because that's also the thing.
They looking good.
Because remember, if they're bad females, like looks wise, aesthetic, they're very pretty.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're gonna get all the offers.
But you know what it is? A lot of men, their first kind of meeting with that woman, they throw money at them to try to impress them.
Of course.
That's the thing.
And that's what men have to take themselves accountable as well. We don't want to be just looked at as dollar signs, but why is that the first thing we try to use to impress you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But again, that's why I say I think they got the message screwed up. Because I'll say this, like, to harping back to what you was talking about as far as, I guess that, the girl, she said it was a flex move, a boss move to be able to pay for the whole thing. I remember I did that for a group. Actually, as a matter of fact, I actually did it for us at a bar one time when everybody had came out and Bill had came, and it was like, because I was just cool with everybody. I felt like, and I was like, listen, I felt like paying for everything.
Yeah.
Everybody had a good time.
People do that.
And when the bill came, and the bill came, everybody was like splitting up. I was like, yo, you know what? Everybody had such a great time. It was my first time around everybody. I said, you know what? I'll take care of it.
If you got it, ball
and I
out.
could take it. It wasn't to try to impress everybody.
Right.
Although I did notice a few females, they turned their heads and looked at us like,
obviously.
it was like,
he's about to get thrown at you.
He got money.
You know what I'm saying?
But it was like, no,
wait, did he just pay the whole bill? The entire bill?
But I was like, nah, I did
I
that.
want all his money.
Yeah, it was like, yo, I did that because I wanted to just make sure everybody had a good time. It wasn't to try to flex on nobody. It was just, look, I got it. Let me help out. But I didn't try to do it to show.
No, right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
look what I could do.
If I got
that
it-
would have been a simp move if I tried to do that, and then you would have seen me all up in the females' friends like, hey, I pay for everybody's bill, right?
And I think the problem is once you do it, once you do it, then it starts to become the norm for women.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's the problem, that y'all use that to kind of piggyback off of what men should do. Like, if I did it this time, you don't think it's okay for next time? Maybe you try it? Or maybe,
When should you start? When should a female, and I wanted to ask that, when should a female start paying, at least taking care of the bill? Like, because you speak about splitting the bill. I wanted to take it further. When should she start
I know you're
taking
gonna
care
go
of
off.
the bill?
Let me start.
All right.
So the thing is, it depends on the type of, I don't want to say conversation, but the type of, I don't want to say vibey. That's not the word I'm looking for. But it's basically how like the night goes. If a woman asks you out, then they'll probably pay for it. Like, it's women out who are willing to pay the bill, no matter what. But men should pick up the bill sometimes, if not most of the time, because most of the time if I go out with a female, I am going to pay the bill.
It's in our nature.
If that's my girlfriend,
it's in our nature to solve problems.
Yeah.
So a bill to us is a problem we gotta solve.
But like, it's women out here who be like, no, I'll pay it, babe. I got it. Like my girl, willingly. She was like, I'll pay the bill. I'm like, nah, I got it. Like, I got it. Don't worry. I got it. But like, it's women out here who will be like, like, go ahead, babe. Do your thing. Like, shit.
Yeah, just go ahead. Well, of course, yeah. Like, listen, of course they're willing to let you pay. They don't want to come out their pocket.
It's not a conversation. It's more like of a type of thing that happens in the moment. You know what I'm saying? From my perspective.
My issue is the woman that, like, we sit down at the table and the bill comes and they put it right in the middle and then she just stare at you like this.
Yo, you seen that video where the woman, you put the bill down and they just look at their phone.
I'm the wrong person to do it. I'm gonna stare with it with you.
You think a woman
call a staring contest?
It's like
for 10 minutes like damn.
Playing chicken?
Damn. What you got?
Do you think it's
not chicken? I'm gonna start.
Wow, instead of pushing. Do you think that's a masculine trait for a woman to try to take care of the bill?
I think
like,
it's
a relationship.
Is it a strong move?
It's
like
a
masculine move?
trait.
Listen,
It's a
Is it a strong move or a masculine move?
I think it's a sexy move. I think it's an attractive move, even if I'm not gonna let you do it. And that's the thing, like, women do that. If women do that and say like, yo, I got it if you want, like,
when should she do that?
Honestly, all right. So we talking about a couple, or we talking about somebody just kind of like dating, try to like get in?
I think even dating, because remember, even getting to know the woman, of course you're gonna pick up the tab.
All right, so look,
naturally off the flex. But when is it appropriate for her to pick up the tab? Because that's what we're trying to.
But the reason why I say that is because if you're starting to get to know the woman and y'all dating, well, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna do it because you probably asked her out. So if you ask her out, you know what I mean? Yo, let me take you out to dinner. Once you say something like that, she's expected to be, to pay for her.
Yo, Lemon Pepper need to be here, man, because he got this experience where chicks was paying for. Let me not throw that out there.
But you're right though.
My bad.
Listen, Lemon Pepper, I ain't say
it. Delete that footage.
But he's got the experience where he's seen it happen.
Yeah.
Right,
Yo,
I think we all probably see it at some extent.
Nope.
You ever had one pay-per-view?
Not too. Okay, dating wise.
All right, maybe once or twice.
I've had it happen, but I would say the reason why I pose a question, it's happened on the third date. So I've noticed when either three times or after the third date, usually a woman starts going, "That's okay, fair. I'll pay it."
Shit,
so I haven't ran into these toxic women. That,
wait, wait,
light skinned assassin over here.
I got women asking me out, and they paying for the bill.
Go ahead, tell us about that.
It's some women will shoot their shot. Like, listen, women, don't be afraid to shoot your shot. Right there,
right there. Yeah.
The women, don't be afraid to shoot your shot. If you want to pay the bill, do your thing.
Is that sexy or masculine? Because some men will see that and go, nah, she was too aggressive. There's videos all over the social media where they say
they saw.
Oh, I didn't, where men literally would walk away if they go.
But you know what? I've had a woman. I had a woman aggressively go after me, but still kind of expecting me to pay for her. So it's like, but see, that's the thing. Like, so you just.
So she asked you out. She should take care of
She wanted something. I'm not gonna hold you. That's really what it was. You know what I mean? So she.
You know what makes it sexy though? Because like most of the time, men ask out the woman. So for a woman to ask out the man, it shows you really want me, you really desire me.
I get thrown off by that, because I'm not used to it. No, I'm not saying I don't like it. Yeah. I just like I get shocked when it happens. Like,
I mean, it's always a shocker because like women don't usually do it.
Yeah, like I've had women say, "Yo, what's up?" Like,
take me out to dinner.
I'm making notes of that for our next topic that we about to discuss.
Women do it.
Listen, I completely forgot about the next topic, but it's all right.
No, I got it good.
Got it good. That's what. Oh, I just remembered. Oh, I can't wait. Okay. So yeah, but like, I just I don't mind it. I don't mind a woman taking the man's role sometimes. That's all I'm really trying to say. Women shouldn't be afraid to switch places, and vice versa. Like, that's like you want sometimes where your man to be able to take care of the kids while you go out and have a good time. It should go both ways. So you shouldn't put labels on what a man should do. I think honestly, if y'all in a relationship together,
want equal equality.
Y'all want equality, then show that. You know what I mean? Let's both do this together. This shouldn't be. Don't put titles on nothing.
Yeah.
So take care of that bill. Every once in a while, take care of the bill.
Even in a relationship where y'all been together for years, if you want to just impress me one day, if I've been paying the bill for years, why don't one day you pay, yo, babe, I got you this time. Like, you know what I mean?
Or
let him say no, and she be like, no, really, I got you. He might actually be like, yo.
Or if she just be like, oh, let's go out to dinner, I got it.
Yeah, that too.
Like that.
Right. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that.
Be like, you know, be like, oh, let's go out to eat. And you'd be like, oh, babe, I don't really got it right now. She's like, I got it, don't worry. Something like that.
It's just a problem with women just want to be the leaders, and there's a lot of bosses out there as females, and I appreciate that. But it's like, if you really want that and you want to work for that, then you have to show it in other ways. Stop saying that the kings are the one that's paying for everything.
Simps.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean?
Honestly.
Stop promoting simps.
Yeah.
Listen, that's social media. I'll say, like, particularly with these dating sites, they've made a lot of women who normally wouldn't get a lot of these, you know, well, again, men usually go for anything. They usually look for a personality.
Yeah.
What was it? Somebody once said, a man will take a 5, you know, a woman rating a woman on her looks. They'll take a 5, but if she has a personality of a 10, they'll deal with that.
That's true.
I ain't taking no 5.
I mean,
hold you.
Listen.
Hold you.
If she's not the most, well, think about it. If she's not the most attractive person, if she's not the most attractive person, but then her personality is wonderful.
I tell you one thing, I can't stand a super attractive girl with a fucked up personality. I will not talk to a girl. I don't care how bad you are.
Makes you ugly.
If I don't like your personality, I don't want to be nowhere near you. I do not care.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, you know, guys are more willing to be with somebody who has a great personality, you know, even if they're not the most attractive one.
So you saying
somebody who's very attractive, but then they point to you to take care of everything.
So you saying for women is the opposite? You saying for women, like, if you don't look at least 8 or higher, she's not fucking with it?
No, I would say if she's not on that level of an 8 and up, for women who aren't on that level of an 8 or higher looks wise, what social media has done is diluted the pool for them and given them false impressions that, like you said, with simps, everybody's supposed to just, you know, bend over backwards, pay for everything, do everything for me. And particularly for a lot of women who are getting that, it ruins their outlook on who's supposed to be taking care of this. That's why you see a lot of them come out, oh, well, if he isn't taking care of X, Y, Z, and it's like, but yo, you got the bigger job than me. You've got the bigger payroll than me.
Listen, I got.
You can ask me out. You can pay, or you can pay for the bill. And they get it twisted. And a lot of it is a lot of the women that more times than not, guys wouldn't go for because you got a lot of simps on social media trying to talk to. You know, we got a wide net that we.
Yo, let me take.
I'm not even looking. Peter Griffin. I'm not even looking. Yeah, you know? It's like, listen, we're just looking to meet somebody.
Let me go off real quick. Listen, for the men out here who want to pay for women all the time, if she's not reciprocating the same energy you're giving her, leave that woman alone. She don't like you that much. She just wants you for your money. Simple as that. Listen, women
pay the bill.
They pay the bill. If they really like you, they really fuck with you, they will pay the bill.
That's true.
They will women who really fuck with you and love you, they will spend money like drug dealers. I've seen it with my own fucking eyes.
That's love.
I had a woman pay for a whole trip.
Tinder swindler.
Okay.
The Tinder swindler.
The Tinder swindler.
Did you guys get a chance?
I heard about it. I didn't watch it, but I heard about it.
Oh, well, you speaking facts on that one. I can't believe what.
Is he doing anything wrong? Is he doing anything wrong? Because women do the same shit to men all the time.
But the thing is, but the emotional manipulation behind it was like
that's really what it was.
He was somebody.
He's messing with their
emotions. We're not trying to give away the whole game. I strongly advise for everybody to go watch that, please. But yeah, the emotional manipulation was just
that's really what he was wrong about.
Like, but coming down to the root of it, women do the same thing.
Yeah, in a nutshell, women will
scam you to get your money. And that's really what it is. I don't want to listen. I don't want to talk. Let's go to Dubai and talk. Fuck this talking stage. Like,
wait, paying for it.
Why am I taking you to Dubai if I just met you?
No, wait. Like, you talking about her paying for you?
Yeah, but I'm saying like women be talking about like, oh, yo, you should take me on vacation. We should get talking stage shit like that.
And then you know what you get in return? Pussy.
Exactly.
It's not no, that's not gonna work.
Pussy is everywhere.
Because it's everywhere. I'm not trading a $1,500 trip, $2,000 trip to get into your hole. I'm sorry. It's just not enough. It's like it's too many out there. Like that should be something we both enjoy. What you willing to give, I have just as good to give. So like,
all right.
Or I could give it somewhere else. Like simple as that. Like I don't.
Come on, man. Go ahead. Speak.
Oh, on lead way. Okay. Go ahead. No, it is a good lead way. Go ahead.
Speaking on that.
Okay. But it's like, come on. Like, if you can go anywhere and find any girl. Like, think about it like this. Like, people be talking about like, soulmates and everything. You can feel like anybody's your soulmate. You haven't met anybody in this world. Like, everybody out here is different. So you get the same love from somebody. Not saying it's the same type of love. And you may feel a special connection with that person. But the thing is, you're basically trying to make it seem like, all right, at the end of the day, does this man
All
provide...
right, Charles Barkley, you didn't interrupt your question. Yo, you stopped and went like 3 times. Your hezzy movement is on, right? Your hezzy move is going.
The thing is, if women could find anybody and, you know, getting money, where you, well, how should I...
All right, look, we got to go to the next topic.
Go to the next topic.
We got to get to the next one. All right, speaking on that, like women being able to get whoever they want, right?
Yeah.
On the next topic, I had to look up some information.
What is lemon pepper?
On CP time, we got to go on to this next one that he brought up. I looked up something called the Sexual Description Project, right? Led by a guy by David P. Schmidt. This was all the way back in 2003. And it basically looked up, you know, people being men versus women being promiscuous. And it showed that on a level, we're both on the same
equal.
We approach it differently, but both men and women are just as promiscuous. Your joint blinking up right there. But it also leads into one of the topics people discuss, like what does a person's body count, particularly for well, you know what? We could get into that right now. That'd actually be a good discussion. Does a person's body count actually mean anything these days?
Societies would say so. I mean,
right, and it discusses that in the search that while society has a description of what it means, when you look at the interactions, what the actions of both male and female, it's actually on the same level.
I mean, Durk said,
so based on science instead of what we perceive, what we are prejudiced to.
I mean, Lil Durk said,
does it really matter?
Woman because she only had a couple bodies.
One body.
Right. He just wanted.
She said one?
I think it was one. I think
she lying.
I don't know. India,
one
let
is
me know.
Durk. Like, come on. Like, like, come on.
So I think the reason why that topic got on everybody's nerves because Durk obviously has about 7 kids. So, like, you know, he's been out there. So, and I can understand that. Like, he's probably the wrong person to make a statement like that.
So, you know, it's like, yeah, go ahead.
So, you know, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I get it. I get what women are saying when it comes to that. Like, why he said it. How dare you think like
just
that?
Like that Kim K thing. Like, all right, it sounds decent, but why did you have to say that?
Right. With the whole job thing, right? Yeah. Right. So that's why it's kind of like, but to answer your previous question, does it matter? It really depends on on what you think. Like,
does it?
I mean, think about it. Like, if you're a person who just doesn't care about body count and, you know, you look at it as, oh, that's just experience for me, then it's like, all right, so then you good. But if you're a person who thinks that it like, damn, all these dudes been in my girl, like, you know, then it might bother you.
But then, okay, so then what did you ask? Like, I'm always curious because you brought up Lil Durk. It's like, do you just ask a person how many people have you been with? Like, is that what he did? He asked her.
I don't know
how many people have you been with?
I don't know his circumstance if he asked her or anything. But personally, for me, I don't ask.
I asked
since high school.
I asked before, and like I learned my lesson. To never ask.
You don't want to know that. I mean, like, think about it like this.
Curiosity killed the cat.
It damn sure did, and did not bring it back.
if you ask her, she asked you the same question. Are you gonna be comfortable with your answer?
Absolutely. Because it's like you have equality. I'm not just speaking. You know what I mean?
I got equality. Are you comfortable with with your answer?
Are you comfortable with your?
Because when you think about
so
how you've been, and then you put it towards the woman, you go, well, if she was answering, like, if she gave my answer, how would I feel?
If she said like 3 or 4, you got to multiply that by 5.
So you don't think women ever? Man, listen. My thing is though, like, because the Lil Durk thing got people upset because of, like I said, he had all them kids and stuff like that. But other people was also saying too, like, why would it upset you unless you had a high body count? Like, you know, because if you had a low body count, you wouldn't care what about the Durk situation, because you know how you going on at home. So all the women that had an outcry and said something were usually women who might have been a little insecure about their own. So.
Well, who keeps counting?
Is it insecureness? Because it seems like a lot of men have the judgment of a Lil Durk. They don't want their woman to have a large body count. If it's one, they'd be okay with that. But, you know, and if a lot of men seem to agree with that. So
Well, one is unrealistic.
why is it? Why would it be? Especially in this day and age. Again, we was just talking about
Because you're talking about
dating sites.
because you're talking about 30-year-olds, like, you know, you bound to have a multiple relationships, like, you know, and you also have to test things out. Everything's not going to work out.
Mhm.
But let's be honest, sex is one of the bases of any kind of human connection.
Again, like the study I was just mentioning is like I was citing, like, look, we all want sex. Like,
Exactly.
both men and women want sex at the same amount of rate. How we go about it is differently, but
Exactly.
we all want it, right?
Right. Which is why I was to say one is really unrealistic. You know, like you go throughout your life, you're gonna run into a few, and it's gonna happen. And whoever you meet, depending on what time you meet them in life, they might have been ran through, or you know what I mean?
Ran through.
So,
But see, and it's funny when you even mention it like that, because that's how we say, oh, if you meet a woman, if she has a lot of bodies, she's been ran through. What do they say about? You know, what do they say about a guy? It's like, oh,
he's a god. That's the problem.
Dick ready to fall off because he's been with
Why are
everybody.
we chalking up to just like he's a guy? You know, like niggas should have standards too. Like you shouldn't just run through anything,
Obviously, yeah, but it's naturally known for guys to be the ones to go chasing women.
which is fucked up.
You know, I mean, it is. But then, women don't always hold accountability for letting the guy, you know, do what he do, because like women tend to hold that kind of power. Like,
But that goes into that social construct like you was talking about.
Right.
Like how people view
right.
a woman who has multiple bodies versus a guy who has multiple bodies.
Exactly.
Right.
So that's why it's kind of like, you know, that's why a lot of women may make it seem like, well, guys be doing all this kind of stuff. Well, most of the time, if guys are the chasers, and he's going after a lady, and you let him hit,
Mm-hmm.
aren't you hold just as accountable as the guy? Because you know what I mean. Or maybe you could have even said no. Because just like if a woman go for a guy, but guys not really want to say no. Guys don't really turn down pussy. Let's just be honest.
No, we don't. We some wide swiping area. All right, into the building is
Wow.
the latest student in the world.
VP Tom. Oh man, like,
Come on, old man.
Stop me in the street for autographs and shit.
again? God damn.
It's like, no, I am not Trevor Ariza, please. We want to welcome into the show Mr. Lemon Pepper Stepper.
Yeah. Mr. Can't get nowhere on time. Yeah.
Our engineer has to come and help out with his mic because, you know, everywhere he steps, he messes up.
Okay, it's not our usual wolf, but we'll take her.
She's cool.
Yeah, we like her.
So,
We talking about body counts.
Body count?
Right, we talking about body counts.
yeah, apparently we got to bring somebody up to date. So we were just talking about body counts and how it shouldn't matter, especially in this day and age, what the body count means, no matter, but a lot of people men in particular share the same mindset.
Oh, yeah.
That Lil Durk has on why he married his wife.
Okay.
Because of the low body count. Should that be the norm these days?
Oh, yeah.
Body count?
Listen, man, your woman should be like a prestigious college. Low acceptance rate, hard to get into.
Oh, he was ready for this.
You know what I'm saying? For sure.
He was ready.
Because you got to look at a woman like, it's like, yo, that's like, there's some sort of exclusivity to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want no woman that kind of, it's like.
Been ran through?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say that.
You know what I'm saying? You see, but I put it like that, it's dangerous now. You know what I'm saying? You got to call up for what it is.
Because everybody got their.
Oh, shit.
Please. I knew this was gonna happen.
How do you guys feel about Lori Harvey?
Oh, dating a whole bunch of, that's a good one.
Go ahead. No, I want to get this. I know how I
many
feel.
dudes she been with?
Future.
Jordan,
She got a
Future.
She got a good body
Michael B.
count list.
Jordan, Future.
It's just unfortunate
Trey
that it's on.
Songz.
Trey Songz.
Someone else used
It just looks bad because she's on wax with it.
Yeah,
You know what? That's really what it is. It's in public
it is,
too.
in
Like
public,
everybody,
so.
but women do it all the time.
She
It's
has
just they just
the
not out there with
women's
it.
wish list, though. She has the women's wish list of guys, though.
But the
right?
thing
Like,
is,
it
women-
bad?
That's the thing about it. Women be like, "Oh yeah, Lori, live your best life." It's like,
Right?
Are you one of them?
I mean, her body is her prerogative.
I mean, yeah.
If she got it, she got it. She's pulling off.
Well,
She's pulling every single
The A-list. Yeah,
That's,
the A-list.
that, but
Yeah.
that's that goes to what I was saying about it's the you
Come
know
on.
guys are accepting it.
I
Like,
mean-
you know,
I mean,
like if they
granted,
let it happen.
Future
It's a
guys
two-way street.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah,
It's a two-way street.
Maybe-
right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
You know,
No, go ahead.
Do your
I
shit.
see it. He
Like-
wanted to jump in.
And you talk about like, would I mind if she had a high body count?
If it was
Would you
Lori
mind?
Harvey, your girl's Lori Harvey.
I would not date her, but I would mess with her for sure.
but that's every guy thinks like that because it's like if you're not going to date her, then you don't
Because
care.
it's too public.
But-
Because like look at it. Like, let's just say you was with a woman that had slept with 50 men, right? And let's just say like she's still keeping in contact with dudes. There's dudes at the bar like, hey, Sharice, how you doing?
You throwing all this
Don't
stuff
be a
in.
hoe.
Okay.
That's
okay.
No, I'm just
No,
saying.
no,
it's
but
like,
that's
yeah, it's
accurate,
like,
though.
hey, Sharice,
That's
how you
true.
doing? But as opposed to like, yeah, she might got a 50
That's
body
what men
count,
are
but,
afraid of.
Like you just won't know.
That's a man's worst fear is to sit next to a nigga that hit their girl. They don't even know about it.
Oh man,
Like that's the men.
Yo,
don't wanna
women
run through
do that though.
But look,
They all the
devil's
time.
advocate.
Yeah,
all the
Devil's
time.
advocate.
that's fucked
Don't
up.
a lot of men have that situation going on?
Oh, yeah,
They
for sure.
know.
Yeah,
So should women view the guy the same way?
That's of course they should, but
should.
but that's part of our nature.
I think women are, in a sense, they are stronger in a sense. Like they could accept more. From
that's true. No, that is
no, because just think about it. The male ego is like, yo, bro,
Yo, no,
you get here even
So
more.
you suck that nigga dick.
No, nah, you're right. Yo,
You heard about Jada with Lil Baby? Lil Baby been cheating on her for mad times and everything, but she was going on a rant on Twitter, and then she was like, "Oh, once I text a nigga,
Oh yeah, for sure.
that's true.
Yeah, no.
Yo, women
That real
cannot.
shit.
Yo, women could take way more than men can.
Is it because they have the accessibility to more
Our
options?
egos are weak.
That's one.
We go for men go for more options. Obviously, we cast a wide net, but
Bro.
women they can actually pick and choose. We was just talking about that, especially social media dating sites being a good petri dish for it. We can see women can actually pick more.
But see, that statement goes exactly with the first thing you said about women is the ones who, that's why society looks at it that way. If a woman says yes, it's a go. They have so many options to go for it. Men have to work for it most of the time.
But we don't always gotta say yes either.
I'm good? All right, my bad.
We don't always gotta say yes either.
We don't always have to say yes, but men always do. But women, if women have more control than we do, it's just a fact.
That's
like,
standards.
you know what
Nah,
I'm
but
saying?
this
Like-
because I think just men just look at women like I look at my woman as a queen. You know what I'm saying? Like a queen is supposed to be untouchable.
Right.
Like it's like you're supposed to be exclusive. Like no nigga is supposed to like I don't care what the standard is, this and that. Like that's how I view my woman.
Is she?
But the
queen
fact-
before you meet her,
but that's what I'm trying to, exactly.
If you talk to her. If I'm talking to her, yeah, because you gotta
wait, is she a queen before you meet her?
He's basically
Because
saying like she
once
had a past.
Once you guys are together,
But you gotta
and
learn what she
make
about first. Cause like let's just say I respect a woman like cause sometimes a lady would have that stigma like, oh, I didn't sleep with you because I liked you, but I slept with a dude because I didn't like. I don't know. It's like it just depends on how they.
Wait, what?
Like, you never heard that before?
Wait, say
Like so it was
I
one.
needed him here earlier.
So it was one time I was dealing with somebody, right? And she was like, oh yeah, like I'm like, you brought me to your crib, you took me out on a date, this and that. I'm like, I wasn't tripping, but she's like, oh, there's a reason why I didn't sleep with you last night. I was like, wow. She's like, I really liked you, and I didn't want you to think.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to think.
Okay, I've heard
think
that.
of me
Yeah,
that way. But
okay,
I get it.
But
yeah.
the other day I slept with another. I was like, what the?
Cause she ain't like him, so he was like,
Yeah,
he was like a throwaway dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
But I liked you, so I did not give you pussy.
Yeah,
Yo.
but I respect a lady.
yo, like
That's stupid, but we have
OD though.
No, but we have our own stigma as well. But we have our own stigma as well.
That's
true.
But we can't knock them for it because we got our thing that they don't understand.
Now, I ain't gonna
You know
lie.
what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie. I've done that. I've
Yeah,
because I would find a female cool. I did not sleep with her when she threw that at me the first night.
Right, because like
I didn't.
just think about in the past, the woman that I've slept with quick, I was like, we're never gonna date.
Yeah. So that
As
that's
opposed to a woman be like, no, like I need you to wait. I can respect it. Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I respect it a little bit more, unfortunately. That's
Yeah.
how it is.
But then when she told you I went and slept with somebody else because I didn't want to sleep with you,
Yeah, it lasted. It's all good.
so it still works. Okay, so again, and then I also brought up real quick. I also brought up, do you even ask for her body count?
no.
Do you?
I don't want to know.
And you just talked about that, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to know that.
I don't want to know.
Nah, sometimes I do because I'm just a weirdo though.
But if you already dating her, and, it's like if y'all bypass it and y'all already got to the dating stage, it shouldn't even come up.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
It's like if I meet you, it's like yo,
don't ask questions if you don't want my answer.
No, but it's because a part of me is like, oh, you got 40 niggas. Like why? Like how? it's a reason why them 40 niggas slept with you. Like, what you know how to do? Like, I'm optimistic about it. I'm not gonna lie.
But then you run into a situation where some women, but look, optimist. But you run into a situation where some women had like 50 bodies and still whack. So it's like,
nah, that's unfortunate.
We're not gonna
How
say
you got
who,
50
but we know
bodies and
somebody.
still whack?
it happens.
We know a few.
It happens.
I said we know a few. I mean,
we
practice makes permanence. That's all how I.
Not from my own experiences, but we heard stories. That's all I'm saying.
Shit.
So in this day and
I know a couple.
age, should the body count actually matter? Because remember, we just mentioned you don't want to ask. It feels some type of way about that. No, it's like asking and then you go. It's like asking, how much money somebody makes.
What I don't know won't hurt me.
If you ask, you're gonna feel
Absolutely.
smaller.
ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, what I don't know.
I don't want to
hurt me.
know.
But up front, if she
If
like
you was a hoe, keep it to yourself.
Don't go through someone's phone if you don't want to see what's in there.
I
Yeah.
gotta
Same concept.
What if they're
you playing
of
me,
a
keep it on the
particular
low.
age? And I don't mean that in to say picking on women who are more mature. Or,
No, but
just in general. If they're
The older you got, the more
But just
bodies
think
you
about it.
expect
If you
to
like,
have.
if you lose your virginity at 20, right, and you have sex with 3
Exactly.
people a year, and you're
Yeah.
29 now, I mean that's going to add up.
That's like 9, 12, yeah.
Yeah,
So it's not that's what I was saying before. The older age does matter because if, like you said, like the older you get, the more experiences you have with different people.
Yeah.
So by 40, you expected to have a good 15, 20. Like
Now,
I mean,
if you cracking 30 niggas, if you
15
averaging
and 20.
LeBron numbers and
then that's
triple
different.
doubles, and like, come
That's
on, bro,
different.
like,
30, 15, and 15.
I mean, that's like look.
do you respect yourself?
Exactly. Like I'm just gonna make the statement norm. Guys don't want a woman who have
Yeah,
slept
look at
with a whole bunch of men. It's just most. A lot of times.
is it we don't
If you have a
or do
cho-
we want to know about it?
We don't want to know about it. Like, if we had a choice, we're gonna choose the woman with the lesser count
Yeah.
every time.
Because then who said something about Pinky getting married?
Pinky get married?
No, I'm just saying, like, I was
Khalifa.
always surprised that
Mia
porn
Mia
stars get
Khalifa's married. Yeah, I'm about to
Okay.
say Pinky got married too.
Nah, me and
Nah, Mia
It's
Khalifa.
it's some
happy.
dudes that could do that. It's some dudes that just very secure.
But they're considered the bosses, the men.
But the
The
thing is, like,
1%ers.
your woman
Yeah.
is out there with her pussy on the internet. It's a whole different scenario.
There's some, and there aren't too many
Shit,
men
listen.
who are
Hey,
okay with that.
That's
You sure did because I seen that. Kim
For
video.
example, there was on the Fresh and Fit podcast, right? There was a woman on
Sucking
there.
dick.
I forgot her name. She was Cuban. She was she was a Cuban adult star, and she talked about how she has a husband, and she noticed like you have to have a certain amount of strength to be with somebody like her in her industry,
no, that's right.
where this is just an act. This is just a job for her that
Listen.
pays the bills, but at the end of the day, she's coming home to him.
But you seen your girl bent over on camera, getting dick down. That's a certain type of
I'm a
strength.
weirdo though. I'm
As long as I don't know, I know.
Nah,
Okay, Widow, what do you mean by that? I gotta get.
nah, you know. Nah, I'm not gonna say that because you ain't gonna.
Why not?
Nah,
Say it.
I got a kid.
So
Nah, I mean, it's like, it's like,
kids-
oh, like, you ever had like a out of body experience? Like, let's just say you being intimate with your partner,
Mhm.
and then you like imagine how it would look from like if he was watching y'all.
you probably shouldn't have said it.
Yes.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. Nah,
See, like, it's like, yo, I'm
Nah, I
just-
did like.
Yeah.
Like if you,
Like, but I don't know if I
you
would
was
marry a
watching
porn star,
yourself-
but it's just like on some like, yeah, I mean, of course, it's always my face. but
Sometimes you
it's
gotta
like,
play back the tape to see how you did.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like I don't know. It's kind of
I do it all the time.
notes.
kind of turned me on.
Yeah, you know what?
But yeah, I don't know if I could marry a porn star. I don't know if I'm there yet. 'Cause how would I explain that to my kids?
I would never.
That's the only thing about that is like when you have it's one thing to have multiple bodies. It's one thing when those multiple bodies are recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what I'm
and
saying. Like,
you can
You know
see
what?
that. And
If it's
like,
a whole, if you with a woman with a whole bunch of bodies, whatever case is, and they have no connection to them, and it's almost not even relevant. It happened. You don't know nothing about them. They're not calling her phone. They don't exist to me.
Let me
That's
ask you
that's a
this
porn star
question.
though.
What's the common number you hear if you ask a female how many bodies?
below 10 all the time.
I would,
Like, give me a
go
number.
with that. Below 10.
I was below. It's always below 10.
I would say
it's always 9, 8,
it's always 4 or 5.
5.
It's always 4 or 5. Like that's the common answer.
What I said earlier, they said 4 or 5. You
Yeah,
multiply
like,
by
oh, I only
5.
got 4.
Yeah.
Only got 4 or 5. It's always the same answer
So
with
why is
every
it
woman.
So what do you
Or
think?
five.
What
Why is it
do you
or?
think the average number actually is?
I can say it's around. I don't know.
I'm a plead ignorance.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm a plead ignorance only because it's been a long time since I've even asked that
Yeah, it's
question.
been a long time.
At my age, I just don't even care.
Yeah.
Do you
I
even know
don't-
yours?
What happened?
Do you even? No, I'm not saying that, but do you even know yours? You don't have to say a number.
I think I know it. I've
mine.
gone back and I've thought about it, and I remember cringing and going,
I'm a
Yeah,
virgin.
you gotta
I don't know mine.
I'm a virgin.
I don't know mine.
okay. Okay, you miracle with a kid.
Yeah.
Nah, no.
The reverse version
Jesus.
man.
Artificial insemination.
This is Joseph right here.
I think
Nah,
at
yeah,
the
I
end of
don't
the
know,
day, like just for me, I don't think about the number just because I don't care to ask for it because at this day and age, we're adults.
Yeah.
Yeah. At this,
You know,
at this
like,
age,
those
there's no
fucking
point to ask.
bills and shit.
Yeah.
Why
Ain't-
don't no fucking-
I'd rather worry about
If you had
are
to fuck
taking
to
care
get
of your
some money,
bills and
fuck
how
it,
many
right?
bills have been in you.
I mean,
That was a good one. that was a good
You know, it's just, and I feel like especially with this day in this day and age, like it's just too, it's too available.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like you could, it's literally at the swipe of your thumb on your phone. You know, your text message, hey big head.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
Gotta have
on
a lot of discipline, man.
So you don't really care. Like, I mean, you won't ask, but you don't care.
I don't ask, and I don't care because it has nothing to do with me. But if I find out, I won't lie. It may affect, and I'll be honest, like, it may affect
you only
how
care
I
if
think.
you ask.
So basically, you'll date a girl not caring what her account is, but if it ever comes up, it may turn things around.
If for example, if you like what Lemon Pepper was talking about, if you start seeing us saying hi to 3 dudes every block when y'all walk into the restaurant, you know, or going to do your laundry together, it's like, all right,
Wait a minute.
who do you know? Why are you so
you look
popular?
familiar.
Yeah.
Yo, let me see the back of your head.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I know her.
Yeah,
you,
man.
you don't want that to be a girl.
Yeah.
No, nobody wants that.
I once had that situation, long time ago,
Lord.
like when I was in my early 20s.
Lord.
When I first got my place, and I was messing with a girl that, for the most part, I didn't start messing with her until the guys had brought her around. They was talking about calling her and her friend, and they would bring her around. But then all of a sudden, I guess when she saw that I had my own place and everybody else didn't, she would be up underneath me more often, to the point where dudes would try to call for her, and she would just deny the call.
Like
but then they started
like the
calling
bat signal?
Huh? They'd try to give out the bat signal, but then when the bat signal wasn't working, for some reason they started calling my phone.
Oh, hell no.
The dudes?
The dude started calling my phone
could've
like,
made some
yo,
money off
did you
that
hear from
low-key.
her?
Wow, you could have pimped out.
Oh, snap.
That's
whoa,
OD.
whoa,
That's
whoa,
crazy.
Whoa. What the fuck is going on? It is Sunday.
I'm over here being the red scarlet letter right now. You see what I'm bringing out. But it was...
That's crazy.
But you know what? And that's the crazy thing. I didn't think about doing that. One, it never crossed my mind. But I did find
As
it
it
interesting.
shouldn't.
But I did find it interesting that she had that reputation. But once she was with somebody that she considered more higher in the social ranking, again, i.e., low standards, he had his own place.
Right.
He seemed to have a job. He looked like he washed. Not trying to talk about y'all if y'all see this podcast, my bad. But all of a sudden, she wasn't picking up that phone as often.
That's funny.
You know, like they couldn't get a hold of her as more. She became more exclusive to me and less exclusive to them. So
She upped the standard.
You know,
and that's when I just started noticing
That's
it's all on her preference. She can be.
you know what? You know what? You're right about that because you see, and why? A reason why to speak double.
And I knew just to finish it up, I knew she had this reputation from the guys, like how they wanted to call her up. But then once she was around me and I was enjoying my time with her, they started, yo, we don't see her as often, you know?
Right. But that's why I'm saying, like, you're right about that because, like, body count won't even matter because it's like the more this woman could actually be a good, fairing woman. Like she just has a past.
Mhm.
So, you know, to turn down a woman because she slept with a lot of guys, I don't really agree with that because that could be your wife and your loving wife who could be just straight for you.
Yeah.
She had a promiscuous moment.
She had a
She was having a
That's the whole
promiscuous
phase.
time.
yeah, the whole phase. The shit happened.
Shout out to Amber Rose for the slut walk. I respect that
How
a
you feel
lot.
about Amber Rose?
I ain't gonna lie.
That goes, and I'm glad you said that. I meant to bring it up because I was like,
beautiful
yo,
woman.
with the body
love
count
Amber
thing,
Rose.
yeah, with the body count thing, I was like, yo, I'm glad that women like her was trying to empower that.
I know.
One thing with I think there's a misconception with strippers. Like we automatically think they just fuck everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes
True.
Yeah.
they don't always be like that.
It's a
Sometimes
facade.
it's really like, yo, I'm
Yeah.
just trying to make $1. I got a nice body.
Yo, she be in the weight room, she be in the gym
Yeah,
working
man,
it
like, I
out. You
don't-
see her doing moves, be like, yo, her cord strength
Yeah.
is tight.
And maybe some are like that, but I don't think.
Well,
it's
sex
all-
sells. So if you look like you fucking a lot,
Yeah.
you automatically appear. So it's like in that industry.
I think Amber Rose holds herself, like puts herself pretty well together. You know, like she don't
she
like.
might not even be a.
she don't look
She might
like
not
she-
even be a like that. Her
She don't
body
like she
count
has
that
like a lot of.
Wait, who looks like they have a lot of
Right,
bodies?
exactly, yeah.
Like, what did you just open right there?
I mean,
Who
some
looks like they have a lot of bodies?
You think
You ever seen a worn out woman?
a worn out woman?
Yes.
Describe what a worn out woman looks like.
I know.
ahead,
I know.
I
a woman we all-
can't describe it, but
Jiggy.
if you see it,
I know. a
No,
woman-
no. You said it. Go ahead. What is it? What does a worn out woman
no,
look
listen. I can't describe it, but if you see it, you'll know.
You gonna get women angry at us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's why I'm like, let me scale back.
I'm not even women. I know. I'm not even trying to.
No, but some people in general just look worn.
People,
Because you know,
Yeah.
people.
sometimes
Men too,
people
men take it
express
too.
themselves through sex, right? So sometimes it's not always based off of like, I'm just a hoe. Like they're looking for direction.
Yeah.
Because you know, people try to find themselves within other people.
Because
really.
sex is really transferring.
And, you know, like if you don't have a father, sometimes it might lead you to, you know, have,
sex is just fun, and people.
yeah,
like to do it with
some
different
people just like to do it. You know what I'm saying? Some
it
people
is
like
what
to
it
do
is.
Just to catch Lemon Pepper back up on what we discussed earlier, I did a research into this and found out a study that done back in 2003 where men and women both have the same preferences for sex.
Okay,
They have
okay.
the same appetite for
nice,
sex.
nice.
Women go about it differently than men, which is something we all could have been like, duh, but
Yeah, of course.
it makes sense when you have scientific
Right,
evidence
right,
behind
right,
it to
right,
go,
right.
oh, yeah, we do it, but Chance had brought up, but social wise, we look at it differently.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, whereas if you see a woman who's being promiscuous, you judge her differently than when a man is doing it, and it's more acceptance from us.
Right.
But when she does it, it's more
Right.
of a scarlet letter on her.
yeah.
But then you look at the science and go, but we both want it the same kind of way. Just
Right.
go about it differently.
And I don't know where the camera is, but in the comment section, please, ladies.
Didn't I say that earlier?
Oh, yeah.
I said that. No.
I'm late now. So please definitely say your piece, because I don't want, like, we don't have no female guest on here and stuff like that. So I don't want you to just think like we just trying to, speak perspective and just let it be gospel. Like, please speak your piece in the comments. We want to hear what you have to say. Definitely.
We definitely have to mansplaining, but mansplaining can be good.
Yeah,
Mansplaining
for
can
sure,
be good. It
for
has
sure.
its moments.
Listen,
but
if we sound stupid, tell us. We want to know.
Yeah.
Please.
So we can sound more stupid. I mean, yeah, just improve.
Yeah,
You know what
We
I'm
just
saying?
love interactions. We
Yeah.
just speak what we think is right. We don't know if we right or not. Just let us know. That sound crazy. Okay.
some of us believe more right than the others. I do.
I mean,
That's the Aries in me. That's the Aries in me. But I think we pretty much but we pretty much get the same gist of it. Like, okay, different people have different moments about how they go about it.
Yeah,
like
man.
we just. Let me not even say that.
Let me ask you. Y'all remember when 21 Savage was in the slut walk with Amber Rose, and he had the sign up saying, "I'm a slut too."
I'm a hoe. Yeah, right.
Like, yeah, I appreciate that. 21 Simp.
21 simping.
I don't think.
Nah.
I don't think it's, bro. Like, yo, we
What
have
does it
to.
mean for a guy to be like, I'm a hoe? Like,
we have to call a spade
himself a
spade,
lesbian.
though.
Me too. The lesbian. Me too.
Cause you have
mean anything.
so just the same way how we be like, oh, you got a high body count. Like there's like chances like a woman like legit saw how I move with other women and stuff like that. She's like, I don't know if I could fuck with you. I don't like how you move. Like you too. And I'm like, I respect that. Because it's like
You making me bring up a point. Like, there's also women who look at a guy with a high body count and want to know, like, I wonder why. Like,
of course.
I want to know what's up.
they're intrigued by it.
They're
Right, right,
intrigued
Vice
by
versa.
it. That happens, a word, you hit that, I want to hit that too. But you won't marry the girl.
But
though.
you know what's weird? I mean, I'm weird for this. It's like if you have like a couple babies and shit like that, a girl, I'm like, oh, like,
Oh.
what is it about? Like,
We was the same dude though.
what if it's not?
Oh, you're talking about like with different babies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay.
I mean, two shit happen.
I mean, if you have two kids with one person, then you have another kid with another
That happens too.
person,
Yeah.
it's like, all right, like, you know what you're doing.
It happens.
You know
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I definitely want to try to pick up on that stripper mindset. Like, okay, we was talking about dating.
What?
Not the mindset, but dating versus dating a porn star versus dating a stripper mindset.
Yeah, well,
'cause
you're a freak.
I am. I am. I'm not. You get to a certain age, you be like, yeah, I think about that.
Yeah. Yo,
Eat your ass. You know what? Fuck it.
That is funny.
Oh Lord.
Yo, when Jania OK dropped that line, I'm not gonna front. I was like, whoa, is that what we
Will,
at now?
who is
Then I'm
that?
like,
Oh my God.
Janae Aiko?
Janae Aiko? Jania OK? Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce
She
it
know who I'm talking about. The name is crazy, but she knows who I'm talking about.
Oh,
like, look,
yeah.
shout out to you.
Janae
but,
Aiko. Janae
What do you
Aiko.
call her?
Janae Aiko, something like that.
Nah, he said something else.
Nah,
Oh,
that's too close. He said something way different.
But listen, yo, that's the podcast, yo. Like,
Yeah,
listen,
it is
we
what
had a
it
good
is.
time in here. We're gonna be back for the next episode.
Yep.
Hopefully, I can put that last topic on there. You know, see if we can discuss that. But if we won't, we'll discuss it in future episodes. But it's been an honor.
Yes, man.
We're gonna see you guys again. This has been the Black Casual Podcast. I'm your host, Harlem Will. We got Light Skin Assassin over here. I don't know if he's officially changed his name over there.
And it's a moniker. I'm still a chance, but I just go by a lot of names.
We got Late Lemon Pepper Stepper right here.
Hey,
I like that late lemon pepper stuff.
And we got Hesitation Jiggy Jagger.
Yo, your new name every week, bro. And we got to shout out the engineer, you know.
And shout out to our engineer.
He was the
She held it
fantastic.
down for us.
We love her.
Had to come in here and modify things for
Like,
us, yo. It's been an honor.
subscribe, share. And remember, ladies, please comment in the
Comments.
section.
Yes, please.
Keep
We're
your
gonna
head
try to
high.
bring on one of y'all so
We love you, ladies.
Shout
so you can help
Ukraine.
even this out.
Love y'all.
Yeah.
All right.
Increase the peace.
Peace.
We respect women.
Thank